Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us, we have the Eton Elite Field. This is an AM, FM, shortwave portable field radio with Bluetooth. During this video, I'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. Here we can pick up on the AM broadcast band at night near Chicagoland, USA. Should be awesome. First we'll go over features, second we'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the band. So here we are with the Elite Field. Now you can find this for sale right around $117 at Amazon USA. If you love the radio and you want to check it out, I'll have some links in the pay links section and the comment section. Check it out. See what you think. If you want to pick one up, you support the channel. You guys rock. You're the best. The ones watching this know. Plus, this is a really cool radio. A lot of cool neat features which we're going to go over here. So yeah, as you can see, it's got a gunmetal enclosure. I really like that. You get a lot for your money. So let's go ahead and go to the left-hand side. You can see what that plastics look like. Pretty simple. Going to the front, we have a metal speaker grill. And behind there, we got an interesting speaker setup. It's a little 2.5 inch or 2 inch mid-range, depending on how you measure it. If you measure from the screw mounting positions or the cone itself, it's a 2 inch cone or 2.5 inch mounting flange. And it's in an acoustic chamber about 4 inches in diameter. That's pretty neat. So it gives it a lot of bass. And then we got a little bass port coming out the front. Neat. Eton. Over here we have a display that's reverse lit. And of course it could be backlit. I got a little switch here. I'll just turn it on so we can see what's going on here. There we go. So light's always on. That's actually a nice feature. I like that with the Eton radios where you can have the light on all the time. So when the radio's off, you got the battery status, your timer A and B, if they're on or off. It's your alarms. Here we have the time, 11:27 p.m. That's Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of the band scan. And while this light's on, it's cool. It lights up the buttons here as well. I think the lock button lights up. Those buttons light up. Nice. So in case you're wondering at night, that's really a cool feature to have. Loving it. So going over to switches. The switch here, we have a narrow and wide filter, and this is the AM mode. And when you're in AM mode, you have 4 choices. You have medium wave, shortwave 1, 2, and 3. And then if you take it out of shortwave AM mode, it goes to Bluetooth and FM. Down at the bottom here, we have volume, shortwave RF gain, bass, treble. Nice. In the center, we have a fine tune and a coarse tune on the outside. And that can be changed with this button here, the tuning step. So we'll probably be using 10 kilohertz mainly, but we can actually fine tune by hitting this button, timer A button, and fine tuning with 1 kilohertz. Not bad. Going to buttons, big old power button with a sleep function. We have a lock button and also RDS info. Nice. We have a pair button, timer A, I just mentioned tuning step. Over here we have pause play for Bluetooth, a timer B, mono FM stereo toggle. Here we have time set and display function. That's an interesting one. So when you press this display, it'll bring up the clock while the radio is on, so you can check the time if you're trying to log a station. Very handy. Over here we have quick tune and of course brightness control. Brightness allows us to do 3 stages of brightness for that backlit. As you can see there, there's low, medium, high. I think we'll leave it on medium. And of course, quick tune is amazing when the radio's on. If you press and hold this, it zips through the band really fast. So if you want to just get somewhere quick on shortwave, that's the way to do it. Medium wave, same as well. Down here we have an alarm, dedicated alarm button, and memory button. So this radio has a total of 50 memories, or 50 presets. And yeah, you can set them up with this button here when the radio's on. You get 10 for FM, 10 for medium wave, and 10 for each of the shortwave segments here. So a total of 30 on shortwave, giving you 50 grand total. So not bad. Now the alarm button has a secondary function, which allows the beep function to be turned on and off. On, off. We're turning it off. I hate the buzzer confirmation. I'm not a fan. Some people like it. I don't like it. Preset button. Once you have your presets entered, you just hit this button to toggle them. You only get 10, so you go through them pretty quick. You just keep tapping that button to cycle through your 10 presets. I believe it always starts on 1 and goes to 10 and goes back to 1 again. Pretty basic. So yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. We got the up and down, so you can tune here as well. And of course, setting your hour, minutes, back track, and forward track. Nice. Now the down arrow, when the power is off, you can set the RDS time on. I don't like this because if you're on FM and RDS, it'll change your clock on you sometimes. You don't want that, so go do it the manual time set, which is what I'm going to do. And the up arrow, when you're got this radio on, you can change it from 24-hour clock right now, 24-hour, and we can go back to 12 hours. So I'm going to leave it on 12 hour. Okay, great. So that works. So go to the right-hand side of the radio. We've got a bunch of switches. So as you can see, the top switch, we have external and internal selection for the antennas. So it has a bunch of antenna jacks I'm going to show you in a moment. Leave it on internal antenna because it has internal ferrite. Here we have a antenna sensitivity. We have DX and local. We'll leave it on DX. Then our backlight is on. I can turn it off or on, but I'm going to leave it on for the rest of the video. We have a line out jack for recording, line in jack for auxiliary devices, headphone jack for FM stereo listening, and a DC input of 7 volts. They do include the AC adapter when you buy the radio, so handy. Going to the top, we got a nice little handle built in. On the back of the radio here, we have our antenna that extends out to about 4 feet. Nice. Let me just see if I can grab this here. Turn it around, see the back side. It's got some neat antenna connections. We got 3 of them. We have an FM, we have medium wave, which is probably a 500 ohm, and all the way to the right there we have our shortwave. So pretty nice connectors there. Then behind the battery compartment door is 4 D-cell batteries. Nice. And the bottom has some rubber feet, so it'll go sliding off your table. All right, cool. Let's do a quick size comparison. And I'll start cruising the evening band. I'm kind of curious what we're going to pick up. All right. Set this down, and yeah, see what we got handy. To my left, I usually have some radios hanging out. We got CC Pocket. Awesome. So yeah, it was 11:32 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA. For the sake of the band scan, it's September, beginning of, and 2025. And then we have CC Skywave. And then we have a deck of cards. If you don't have those 2 radios, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves eating radios with the shortwave band. He's Iron Man, who likes his field-size radio, man. Yeah, nothing beats the size of this radio. I like this. People ask, if they need something this big or not. You really don't, but it's got the audio. Sounds good. Plus, the controls are really nice. Nice, large, easy-to-use controls. That's important to a lot of people, so. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on and cruise the evening band. Okay, so we still got our battery status. We have the band we're on, medium wave, AM broadcast band. Frequency, 520 kilohertz, starting at the bottom of the band. Over here, you notice that we have a signal strength indicator, and it goes to what? 5? Shows you up to 5 bars. And then we have a fast indicator. So tuning step, slow, or stop. So stop, of course, nothing happens. Oh, you can see the rotation there, where I'm, the geared ratio, there's half, there's 1 full turn. I don't know how much it turned on the main, but you get the idea. You can fine tune. And then, of course, we can change this to slow. And that allows us to do 1 kilohertz tuning if we so desire. Don't know if I will or not, but we might if we need to. But this is highly selective receiver, so we may not have to. Let's go back to fast. All right, great. So we'll go ahead and turn this up. And you'll see me playing around with these controls, bass treble. I'm going to leave the filter on narrow for the evening band scan. Wide's a little too wide for the evening. And during the day, it's nice for music. But during the evening, not so much. All right. Okay, so I think that's, it sounds like muffled there. Okay, CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts to the northeast. So cardinal directions are north, east, south, west. Picked up some storm activity. Don't know where that's at. It's clear skies by me, but it could be anywhere. Pointing this to Cuba. Sometimes I can pick up Cuba with this at night. I did last night, which is nice. Okay, next station. Okay, this is CBK Watrous, Saskatchewan. This is 1,025 miles to the west-northwest. I got to point it west because when I start turning it to the north, I pick up WAUK.
PVC directors from who have worked in multiple administrations over decades.
In all the counties and we talked about this also on air, or on air, that this is always a top 5.
So there you go, the gentleman's voice is 540. At WAUK.
Access.
Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles, 400 watts north.
Investment from the state.
One of the most important
In town. 314-966-DECK or OutdoorLivingInc.com.
You're finally ready to renovate your home. Now's the time to start your project.
Here's 550 KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest.
Bars, bookcases, cabinetry, countertops, and more. They work with homeowners, contractors, and developers.
The golden rule, love God. Well, you can't mention God in a lot of public schools. Love God with all your heart, mind, body, and soul.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, the answer. Local.
The way you want to be treated, it kind of covers every HR book.
Treasure Island Baseball Network.
Genesis Cabrera is on the pitch. We are in the bottom of the ninth inning, bottom third of the order. Lugo, Riviero, and Teodosio. A lot of vowels, bottom third of this order. Twins are up 12-3. Trying to win back-to-back games for the first time since August 5th and 6th as Lugo strips one foul down the third base line. Going back, Lugo had a tough go of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I'm not going to guess. Try to figure it out.
It ended up in front of him for a hit, and they were booing him. And I now realize they were not booing Lugo as a swing and miss. It was the beach ball down the third base line that they were booing. There was a beach ball
coming in strong, that's all I can say.
And I believe it was being confiscated.
Leaving Athens being offered for the upstream of Canyon country that essentially is allocated between
So even with a little bit of crackles there from some lightning strikes, this is actually a good evening for DXing. Wow, I'm hearing quite a bit.
Contact mission that is.
She had never met him, and her boyfriend in Russia wanted her to cash out her 401k and put it in the crypto with it. It was a complete... Oh my God, I mean, that stuff's everywhere. We're getting that stuff in here.
Okay, so we're probably picking up WKZO here in the evening. 137 miles, 5,000 watts. We're picking up something else, too, to the south or north, depending on direction. Of course, the internal antenna works in a north-south orientation for receiving. Going.
She didn't have a real boyfriend. It was when Jade told her. It was awful.
Here's WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 175 miles, 5,000 watts to the west.
John is in look. Hey, John, what's up?
Ran away from him. You're going to the county last hour. Isn't that Madonna's last name? Sure. Thank you very much.
610, I believe this is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
I guess really I have a few questions, but my first one is, should we use the money that we receive from selling our
Here's 620 WTMJ in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
that we're receiving, or should I pay off some debt with that money?
Atlas is Planet X, but certainly it's big enough to have, someone live on it, or have a group of people live on it,
Two stations, wow, this one's coming in really strong. Okay, so the first one is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. I think I just heard the end of the call when I first tuned to this frequency. This is a Chatham, Ontario country music station, 310 miles and 6,000 watts. Now, the other direction is actually St. Louis, which is KYFI, which is booming in. Again, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
The those of the author and do not necessarily represent those of the founding partners and employees.
Ukrainian refugees who fled war sat down on the bus in front of a homeless...
Okay, it sounds like it could be WOI, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts. Typically I pick up a local station, but it doesn't sound like it. All right, keep going. There we go. Can't hover right up at 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles south. Yeah, I don't even have pointed south. But we're getting a full strength there. Look at the signal indicator.
Damn lights are burning.
That's sounding good. I like that. All right, let's go over this way for 660 so we can pick that up. This I got last night.
Next year, the players play, though. But the players play. Players play, so I would throw a dart in, because that's the whole... Once the season is long.
Cool. So we're picking up WFAN, 660 New York, New York. 750 miles, home of the Yankees.
Look, I don't even want... No, I don't... It's going to be a clean house situation after this year.
That helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life.
670 the score, WSCR Chicago. Yeah, this is actually nice. Like I said, real selective. Usually 670 is bumping into 660, and I can't pick it up real well on most radios, but this one is doing a great job.
Annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan.
Wow, there's a lot of things going on there. If you really listen, you can hear quite a bit, quite a few stations. But the big one's supposed to be CJOB. I'll put a little pop-up for CJOB.
Farm, weather, and more. This is 680 KFTQ, St. Joe.
Yeah, wow, that's a new one for me, I think. I don't know. I'll put a pop-up for that as well. That's cool. I got the call letters for that, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Toronto. But we got something else there, so that's cool.
Teachers' experiences in and out of the classroom. Becky Gear, Director of the Office of Disaster Services at the Department of Mental Health, joins me today to talk about
the Reds because of the wild card race in the National League. They came in today tied with the Giants, 4 games behind the Mets for that final spot in the National League wild card.
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, this is pretty cool. 300 miles to the east. Booming.
Aaron Nolan, 6 shutout innings for Philadelphia. Former Red Nick Castellanos drove home the game.
Number 0, which is Marcia says 0 after Dr. Liederman's successful prostate cancer.
WOR, New York, New York. 750 miles. Nice. Barely coming in, but we're getting it between 700 and 720. This is a big feat because 720 is a monster near me.
Thousands of dollars in GIA certified natural diamonds. Enjoy the best selection and best pricing. Plus 1 carat diamond rings starting at $4,999.
720 is WGN Chicago.
$2,500. 3 days only, September 19th through 21st. Only at Raspberry.
I think I'm hearing some music. You just keep moving your radio around to try to tune it in. Keep going, all right?
I'm Ziggy always wanted a chauffeur. That was in Memphis News. With me and my chauffeur blues, I'd Lowell Folsom would let me ride in your little automobile. Now, before there were convertible sports cars, how did men convey to the world that they had tiny wings?
CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Now, darling, can't you see?
Good song.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the south-southeast.
Screw your prayers. We're so mad.
Golly.
That was the last time you and I talked on the air. It was about that thing, and it was outrage coverage. Of course, I mean...
760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan. 270 miles to the east.
Dynamic of what happened and who did it. It's like, well, we have to be...
The attorney said the judge has changed her last name. Well, she got divorced. So these people are humans.
770, this is WABC, New York, New York.
Situation, but I don't understand what's the point you're making.
Okay, the point I'm making is these people in our judicial system making...
Construction up on side of the Kennedy. Stainburn interchange to Division is tight. 19 minutes to Montrose. 25 on out to O'Hare. Eisenhower holding up pretty well. On the Stevenson inbound side, you're still slow from DuSable Lakeshore Drive.
780 News Radio WBBM, Chicago.
I-55 moves well through Will County. Dan Ryan...
Our new quarterback trying to figure out everything. But that second half, win that locker room, told everybody.
Okay, this sports is probably WHB, Kansas City, Missouri. 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Added some significant pieces, and they seem to find their...
Interesting. A lot going on there. There's 3 stations going on. We had some kind of ethnic music playing, and we have 820 WBAP Fort Worth, Texas underneath it. Like it didn't turn down their power.
Oh, he's here all right. Austin, it's Chris and Paul upstairs. Congratulations.
So it can get pretty messy on the dial at night. Definitely crazy with the amount of stations. 830. This is WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles to the west.
You're starting every at bat 2-0. Only natural you'd be in that leadoff spot. How comfortable did you feel there tonight?
I felt good. It's like a cosmic Johnny Appleseed or God or something. And I think this is how it's done. 503-225-0860.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, ground zero. Then after this is coast to coast.
Atlas to plant some seeds. 503-225-0860.
For Chase with his left knee, and the Rockies, he wanted to stay in the game. The Rockies were not going.
Here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west. Coming in strong. Love it.
A bad hop double off the bat of Freddie Freeman for the only run that Golander was chucked.
On a comme un peu toujours le même casting autour de la scène. Là, il y a toutes les générations.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
Tous les âges, toutes les cultures. Puis ça, c'est vraiment quelque chose que j'ai.
They lost outright, and they lost by 3 or 4, I believe. So did not get the cover. There's a 0-3 for NFL. Not what you want.
Storms probably to the south there. WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles south.
I had Iowa State over Iowa. They won by 3, but at the bottom of the 6th.
The catcher now, here's a shot! High and deep, left center field. Adios! Pelota! Way up into the bleachers. A spectacular home run by Elliot Ramos deep into the night. And now this is a 5-run inning for the Giants. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
So 880 is WHSQ. This used to be WCBS, New York, New York.
I like his courtesy of the United States.
So I think now that the cat is out of the bag,
WLS Chicago. I'm going to go a little quicker now.
How they operate, when you realize that this is...
Yeah, we're going to talk women's rugby. A few weeks ago, South Africa made history because they qualified for the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup for the first time. The team beat Italy also for the first time en route to the quarterfinals, where they will face a reigning champions.
All the time, but we're still rocking.
Can you kick it out of the end zone? Sure.
No, this is where you throw your coat.
Okay, music there, 990 is CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles. There we go.
Last year, the Vikings were 9-1 in one.
1000 WMVP, Chicago, ESPN Radio.
9-1, that's pretty good. That's efficient. That's what we call being efficient.
Possibly greater skills making hockey important to me. The rest of us prevention believes it matters. And looking right about hockey with this incredible stuff.
Probably Toronto, Ontario, CFRB. I say probably because I don't know if I picked up WINS out of New York before. But could be, could not, maybe not. But probably Toronto.
People like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles east.
555-1509. Louisville
series is going on the auction block. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez with details.
WBZ 1030, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
18th century Rhode Island farmhouse where the first Conjuring movie is set. They've gone to receive the rewards of blessedness on high. In taking.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles west.
At 55 after the hour, time for Money News on KYW. Here's Bloomberg's Tracy Jonke.
Weight Watchers has enlisted Queen Latifah.
So KYW's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
In the age of GLP-1 obesity drugs. The performer...
They're creating a framework for
Superman who only lived to be 50 years old. And like I said, he didn't start his career until he was 25. So.
Here's a Wham, I believe, right? No, wait, what is Tenny? Tenny is not Wham. Trying to think what this is.
Editing and storytelling by our own Greg Hengler. And a special thanks to Nick Parisi, author of Rod Serling, his life, work, and imagination.
Okay, this could be WNWI at night, loud.
To Rod Serling, that voice.
I was thinking 1180 for Wham. Okay.
I think if he was...
Music here's KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles south.
That's why it was so much cheaper than the house in California, because it's the murder house.
1100, this is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
I take it you never stayed there again, right?
No.
Well,
Springfield, where he was ridiculous, at a .77 ERA over 25 games in Springfield this year.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
35 innings. He's never really been known.
I'm using the buttons, just a little easier. This is okay, but sometimes the buttons are fine.
I will be with you. You should join. It'll be a good time. Thank you for listening to Coast AM. My name's Rich Barra.
Rebroadcast to coast, WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. They have a copyright on that, believe it or not.
On Friday, get it? Friday's with Frank. That is Sam. That is Polo. I am Joe. Have a great night. Back tomorrow, same time, same place. See you.
You're listening to Joe Tag.
Bumper music, Wham.
Doing every day to support your
1180.
If you enjoy sweets, fast food, alcohol,
Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Hi, I'm Sherry Torkus.
Cool music.
I'm Kat Dennings, and I love cats. Like, really, really love them.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
To the vet each and every year. I'm working with Royal Canin. It's the truth that God is willing to clear your account.
It is through the Holy Spirit we come to understand what has happened to us and what might happen to us. In the thick of our
Maybe WSDZ, I don't know if that's dated or not, if that's correct. St. Louis, Missouri.
soul, through our corrupt body. It is through the counsel.
I believe this is CFMB, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. Yes, it is.
We stock over 25,000 shrubs and evergreens of all types at our garden center. And that's why folks will drive 100 miles to come to us, and that's why we've been in business since 1963.
The WHIO payroll payout is back.
There you go. Call letters WHIO. Dayton, Ohio on 1290 is 280 miles west.
Pittsburgh, 1320 WJA. A high court ruling on immigration.
Okay, it sounds like they got cut off, but she says it so fast. WJAS, 1320 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles. That's pretty funny. I didn't know what that was at first. I had to listen and listen and listen when I recorded it one time to log it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was glad I was recording at the time.
Victory, all from quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Coast to coast, oh man. Can't be kicking in this early. Guess it is. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the top here, finish this up.
Be considered, along with other factors informing reasonable.
Here's Nashville, WLAC. It comes in this direction too, I don't know why, pointing west, but it's a southern station.
Countless people have been handcuffed simply because of their looks or their accents.
Opinion, Justice Sonia Sotomayor said the people arrested because of their looks and their accents. The Office of ICE officers has officially come to Chicago.
Don't want no accent. That's not funny, but yeah, I get it. Because, yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyway, 1540. This is KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles to the west.
Raymond Lopez says crimes on the rise in Chicago needs to be dealt with.
1,000 individuals were identified as threats not only to our city, but...
$16.10 CHHA, Toronto.
Whoa. Okay, AI is coming. So all of a sudden, the next day was AI is here, and suddenly we're living in Terminator time.
1650 KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts.
Yeah. But I'm okay with that. I got to say, the trailer, they make it look amazing. I mean, I have zero...
I think I have a pop-up for this. This is Greek music, and I think I looked this up. I was able to log this a few weeks ago. So yeah, this is neat. Man, it seems like 1700's been pretty blank lately. Usually get something out of the Southwest, but nothing. And West, usually a sports station, but it's off. Huh. Okay, we're done. Power it down. I'm going to go ahead and turn that backlight off. Maybe I'll leave it on for the video. We'll leave it on. Okay, so there it is, the Eton Elite Field. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. If you like the radio, give it a like. 2, if you like Eton products and want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future band scans, feature reviews, things like that. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the Eton Elite Field in 2025. Would you be picking something like this up if it was right around $100? Maybe around Black Friday it'll be on sale. Who knows? Something worthy to check out. I enjoy it. I like it. Like I said, I kept wanting to reach for the tuning knob. Tuning knob's fun. You don't need to, because you got the buttons here, which is nice, but you got this, and you got the fast, you got the slow tuning. You got a lot going on with this radio. I think can keep you entertained for quite a long time. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, your comments, and your thoughts below there. I'll read them, and I'll get back to you guys. Let you know how I feel about the radio, too. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.